Hello everyone, very good evening. Once again, welcome back to another session here with respect to packages. So we are trying to cover certain things here where, we know them, but we forget to implement how, where, why. Right? There are certain questions to be answered there. So friends, if we are talking about different packages here, we have started with the very famous arithmetic operation package, which is numpy, where we have different things already dumped into numpy package, where we are performing that. Okay. And now the point here is we are doing certain calculations, manipulations on the data, right? And we want to slice, we don't want to manipulate, we want to merge, we want to join, we want to concatenate the data. Why? Because the data can be pulled from different sources, right? It can be of raw format, and you want to perform it in such a way that the data availability should be given access to each and every user. The first thing. The second thing is that whatever manipulations you are able to do, they should be stored. Second thing. And you should allow that particular user to do the manipulations. Every time you are not having data collected only from one particular source. It is not only a secondary source which is directly retrieved from the database. And the point here is there could be some collection of data happening through primary source also. So what is that we are trying to do here is when we want to do certain manipulations, we need to use certain functions available. Maybe it is in pandas, maybe something which is inbuilt in Python only. So what is that which is more important here is we need to know the right functionality or the function to be posed onto that particular data frame to satisfy your requirement. That is a challenge here, what we want to do. We know many tricks, but which trick we need to apply, or which function or which line of code, and that should not be like lines and lines of code, right? Very, very short and to the point, so that, the code should not be very, very clumsy, right? It should be very, very neat. So we'll start our day with a question related to, Bharat, if at all I give you a data frame, okay, and I want you to change it to a CSV file. Okay, using a tab separator. Okay, I'll give you the data. Okay, you can just change it to data frame.
All right, I can do that.
Yeah, I'm just sharing the code in the chat. Yeah. Convert it into a data frame. I've given you a dictionary. Convert into a data frame, and I want you to write a data frame to CSV file using a tab separator.
Tab separator, all right. Okay, I shall begin with importing the dependencies, that is my libraries.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Correct. Sometimes we forget about importing the dependencies. And then while that gets initiated, this data that you have provided me, I'll quickly, put to this. Let's have this. So this is going to be my data. All right, this is a dictionary. Like we know, it is a dictionary. We have key value pair mapping. A unique key can have multiple values. Now, I will be using something called as tab separator. Okay, I will create a data frame out of this, and we'll see how this works. Okay. Right. So first, I would say this is going to be my data frame, pd dot data frame. Okay. Of my data, which is B. Okay, and then I will say print. I'm using a print statement. The same. So you can use a similar, statements whenever required. Or okay, I'll use the same thing. Data frame, and then let's call this print data frame. Okay. So this is going to be my data frame. Now, this one, what I will say is, here I have it. We look at new data. So we'll say data, which is new _ 5. Okay, which is in CSV format. That is what I need. That is the request. CSV file. Okay. Right. So now, next will be my data frame. You are trying to look it at the CSV format. Okay. So we need that in CSV format, right, Deepti?
Yes, yes, yes.
I will say df dot to CSV. Which one is it? It is the new file that I need. Okay, new file dot CSV. And then
Tab separator.
This is the tab separator. And then here as well. Okay. Then it's the index. Here I will place false. Now, since we are saying this is going to be my new data, right? New data frame. So now I will say
Done it.
on this.
I think that is available. Let's see.
New underscore df. This one, Dipti.
Okay.
New underscore df, that is my data frame. It will be pd dot read underscore csv. And then here we are passing the path basically, right? What is your file. It is new underscore file dot CSV format, which you want it, right? Now, if I print it, new underscore D. Or I'll simply okay, this one.
Okay. I think you can check there, Murana, in the file option.
Yes.
Will not be available?
It is available. So
File not found, error is coming.
okay, let me run this.
In Collab, it's little different, right?
Okay.
Underscore CSV. You can get the current working directory, na? Import OS. Bharat, can you hear me?
Yes.
Import OS.
Okay.
OS dot get
Import.
CWD.
I'll import OS here. And then it is going to be OS dot
Get current working directory. CWD. Get CWD.
yes. If you remember, we did this. Okay.
No function. Close and open parentheses.
Yes.
Forgot that. It's there in the content.
Yes.
Just click here on the file.
I'll copy.
Okay.
It will give you to copy, and then probably I can paste here. Right? So this should work.
File name. Content dot.
Okay. You want me to change this?
What is the file name we have given?
New file.
New file dot CSV. Slash, I think, right?
Yes.
But if you run everything in a single go, it should run actually, but I'm not sure why it is not running.
Probably the notebook, Google Colab, there's few challenges with Google Colab.
CSV. Yeah. Let's try, otherwise leave it, no problem.
Yes. So we'll focus on the approach. So we can try, our viewers can try.
It will be directly saved in one of the docs.
Yes.
Yeah, now you can print.
Yes.
Print new DF.
This is going to be.
Yes, this is exactly.
This is a tab separator.
1 tab separator T, 4 separator 7.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. Bharat, we have seen that, certain times what happens, certain algorithms or, very, very important point here is that we need to do some kind of binning to the data. Maybe we say that the concept of doing discretization, dividing the data into chunks.
Correct.
Okay, and this data which is divided into chunks, and I want to convert it into a label. Okay, so you can use any of the inbuilt data sets you have, maybe the famous iris data set. Okay, you can use that, and I want you to perform binning, okay, using a function readily available in pandas.
Okay.
Okay, I think we can get that in, if I'm not wrong, Vega, right?
That is right.
If I'm not wrong, correct? Vega
Yes.
underscore
Vega
datasets.
underscore
Yes.
your data sets. There's one specific package you can use it.
You can explain also after that.
Okay. Yes. Sure.
Hmm.
So let's see. How do you deal with initially you can use the cut function, that is pandas cut. Okay. This particular function is used to separate our arrays, okay, into different bins, right? And cut function is not only separating the arrays for that matter, it is also used to perform the statistical analysis or on the scalar data, right? And when you're dealing with this, the dimension, that is your input array that is to be binned, should be one dimension. Okay, right? Now I will show you how it is done. In fact, we'll be using the Vegas underscore dataset as our package, that is dependency library, and then we'll input. And we can also use the iris data, that is data.iris function, to deal with this issue. Okay, if you allow me, I will share the screen.
Yeah. But your screen got
Yes.
stuck.
Is it?
You're writing something?
Are you able to see this now?
Yeah. I mean, nothing is being written, so I thought it got stuck.
From Vega score data set.
Sets.
Yes. Import data. Okay. And then
Times this will not be available. Okay, great. It is available.
yes.
Otherwise, you need to install it. Okay.
Correct. So I tried it earlier. It worked.
Okay.
And then that is the reason I directly imported it rather than installing it.
Okay.
Sometimes what happens is you have to install it and then it will work on your.
And installation process for this collab is explanatory mark pip install.
That is
If
right.
you don't give explanatory also, in Spider it is going to work.
Yes. Vega underscore. Okay. This is how you install. That is exclamation pip install followed by the package name. Okay. Since it is already available, I'm not installing it. Okay. To begin with, I'll say tf is equal to data.iris. Okay. Or like Deepthi said, we will be doing it multiple lines in a single cell, multiple lines of code in single cell. It will still work. You do not have to write each and every line of code in a different cell. Okay. And now I want to see the results. I will say result is equal to my data frame of SPLN equal to PD dot cut.
So before Bharat write, let him write. I'm going to explain you. Pandas has a cut function, friends. So it is doing a kind of binning here, and you are mentioning the number of bins you want. Okay. And the data, what it takes is an input array. Okay. And you have to give how many bins you want. Okay. You can give the labels. Now, if the bins are two labels are required. If the bins are four, four labels are required. There is something like, in school we have studied, include, exclude. If you give a square brackets, you include everything. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 bins, suppose data. So 1, 2. The 2 should be included in this interval or the next interval. 1, 2, 2, 3. If the data is like that, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 is one set, 2, 3, another 3, 4, right? 4, 5, like that. So the 2 should be included in this interval or that interval. That is, you have one more option which is called as a right. Whether the rightmost edge should be included or not. Okay, default is true, right? So these are the params what you have to give, arguments what you pass to your cut function. What happened?
So we have to, let me check, this frame is the data frame that we are looking at. I'm looking at these columns, these labels. Okay, let me put here in a separate column. I'll remove this.
Not able to figure it out. Even myself, df SPLN length is equal to 2, labels is equal to. Something else you want to do? That's it, no? Syntax is correct. You have given.
Yes.
Yeah, what would be the.
Probably yes, here.
Spaces are.
Yes. The comma, we missed a comma. Separation, basically, sequential.
Yeah, result.
Yes.
Add
and then now we can print a result. This is how you can use.
Yeah, exactly. It is 2 labels we have given, the bins we have given here is 2. So
You have 2 labels and 2 bins. So this
yeah.
is taking you to 2 bins with different labels in it.
Okay.
Okay, we go.
But if at all I give you a data frame, okay, and I want you to use melt function on top of it.
Okay.
I have just given you the data set. How it is going to work? Melt.
Okay. So you want me to use melt
From pandas.
function in pandas. Okay. So we can use that. So what melt function does is, if I may to, if I try to recall it, it is basically trying to, reshape the data. Okay.
Okay.
And what it does is it unpivots the data frame from the wide format to a long format, wider format to long format. So that is what it does at a high level. Okay. So through melt function, you can look at the data frame, or you can convert, or like, let me put it this way. I will say that it will give you where one or more columns are identified as variables, and whereas the other columns are considered measured variables. Okay, so all these are unpivoted into the rows. Okay, where you have only a couple of them considered to be a non-identified or non-identifier columns. And of course, values and variables.
Okay, given a data, if at all we need to melt,
correct,
we need to give the ID. I think, right? Okay. And on what you want to do the melting.
Okay, so rather than explaining, rather than going deep into the melt function, I will execute a code and we'll try to understand what is happening. Okay. So here I have a data frame that is already created for me. This is my data frame. Correct?
Okay.
Now I will use a melt function. Not take long. It's going to be obviously melt of my data frame. Okay. Dot. Okay. What do we have?
Yeah, it's DF, not single quotes, no? Not required, I think.
Yes. No. Yes, DF. It is not my string. Rather, it is my data frame. We'll say ID underscore variable, or var. I will simply say vars. This is going to be my name.
And now you can use single quotes.
Yes. And then
separate it. Yes.
So then it will be value is what I want to see. Value underscore.
It's not popping up. It should pop up, right?
Yes, it is popping up.
Yeah.
It is popping up. We can select. Mana? This is going to be my course. So here I have this name and course. All right.
Yeah.
Now
you
if I
can run.
execute, let me execute this.
It's not running, Bharat.
Sometimes what happens is when you're using notebook, especially like Google Colab, it will take time for it to, execute. Okay. So I have the name, I have the variable, and then I also have the value. Okay.
So John, Bob, Sheila, course.
This is going to be my
It is
variable.
ignoring
Course is going to
age.
be my variable, and then you also have the value.
Yeah, got it. Thank you, Bharat.
Yes, this is how you can use melt function.
Yeah. So let the user, the viewer see DF, how it is.
Yes, I can do that. Just say TF, or I'll use the print command and I'll say my data frame.
This is easy way of writing it, but certain
Correct.
times we need to use melt function.
Right.
I think if I remember, there's an algorithm called as XGBoost. So
right.
Where we do melting on top of the data to pass it to that particular classifier, as I remember. Okay. Okay, friends. Thank you all. So that's it for today, and more questions to come in from Monday. Okay. Happy weekend, happy learning, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our videos, our channel, and also please follow our page on 360DigiTMG page on LinkedIn and also on Facebook. And Bharat will continue.
Yes. Please do not forget to click on the bell icon to get the notifications, so not to miss on our sessions. Thank you so much for joining.
Happy weekend, friends.